Bud, come on, let's go. Buddy, hup, hup, good boy. Couche, pas bouger. All right, so I'm gonna leave him on a downstay on this, but think about what you're gonna do. You're gonna get out of your car, you're gonna be at a new park, you've never been here before. If you lived in the area, you would have this thing so dialed in, you would run from place to place and station to station. Get the dog in good shape, get yourself in some shape, and enjoy it. And the dog gets used to this pattern and routine, and he can work this thing out and almost start doing it on his own. And that's what you want. So we got one gazebo over there. I'd work the tables. See those gazebo over there? I'd work the tables. Then I'd run to maybe some of these rocks. I'd do that little plank that we were walking across. Do that. I might hit all 4 of these rocks. He's on a downstay, so I'm gonna leave him there. I might go up the stairs. Again, don't go down a ladder. And then I would look at this thing and I would cut this up in my head, working this wall that's around here, going all the way around, doing down on the walks, down on the movement. And I would work these things to a point where the dog got used to it. If it was my park in my neighborhood, I'd be here all the time working my dog on this, right? He's not as familiar with it. We got another gazebo over here. So that means I would jog, I would do all this. I'd do the first gazebo, I'd do this little agility in the center, I'd break this up in my head and get him flowing with it really nicely, and then I would come over and maybe work a wall, and then I'd run over to this other gazebo and I'd do the gazebo again, right? And I'd go through those tables 3 and 4 times, 5 times. It's like push-ups. The dog's got to jump to the table, do it down on the walk, move from table to table, negotiate that, and that's gonna tire the dog out. You're building this dog's stamina, you're working some muscle. There's nothing like it. That little spring muscle, he's got to spring even to a 4-foot level. It doesn't matter. That's what works a dog. Now, we're not going to get that type of a session in today, but now that I've got this thing wired, next time I come, I'll do a little bit more, a little bit more. Pretty soon, when I come down to see John, Luke, and Bethany, I'll cut this thing up. Now, again, you can't be out here when there's kids out here. But in our world right now, there's not as many kids out in the park. It's the middle of the week. They're all in school. You can use a park like this. You got to be respectful of the public. You've got to think about them being in your environment and how you're going to cut this park up. Every park is different, but you can get creative. You can figure out how to cut this thing up and make it something that the dog gets used to having to negotiate through and bond and have a good time with your animal that the dog enjoys and becomes more proficient with things that he's not used to, or when he gets used to this, it's great stuff, dude. It's confidence building. It's a great thing to have to do, but it's a hard one. You got to deal with the public, so keep that in mind. Right now, this park is empty. I got one guy way over on the outside edge of it, so you can't beat this with a stick. So I'm loving it. And I've been doing this for a lot of years, cutting up parks like this. This is what I use for an agility field when I never had no agility field. Now I got one at home. But in a general sense, there's a lot of places I go in life that I don't have one. And I don't have anything to work with. So I thank you very much. Mark Ferrasci, Protect Dog Training, signing off, trying to give you a little inkling of some of the things that we do as dog trainers. It's about being creative, imaginative, and structurally sound as far as what you're working on. I love the fact this thing's got this nice soft cork on it. The dog comes off that wall, he's hitting this surface. I might come over here and do some food tossing and a bunch of other things you could put into this if I lived in this area. It would be great. So, Mark Ferrasci, Protect Dog Training, signing off. You guys have a good day now. Bye-bye.